Well, hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Or wherever you are in the world. Hello, hello. Hi, how are you? I hope everybody's doing great today. I wanted to do this message this morning live. The light's coming up here. It's pretty dark right before we get to 7 a.m. So on the East Coast. So just want to say good morning to everybody. Let's see what Spirit has to bring through. All of the mid-January messages for each of the zodiac signs are up now. We posted the last 3 yesterday. So if you want to check them out, please do for your own sign. All right, let's see what wants to come through today for everybody watching, please. What wants to come through today? Release. I know you can't see that. Can you see that? No. Release. Release. Talisman, which is the key. Oh boy. Jealousy and psychic. All right. So I'm here to validate somebody's suspicions around people around them, people around you right now, especially if you are shining your light or on the spiritual path and being visible as a light, which we have talked about a lot in Pathfinders, that it's very important for you to stay grounded and shine your light right now. There's a lot of jealousy and a lot of from unexpected quarters. I'm getting people that maybe you didn't realize or recognize as having envy or jealousy for you. There's going to be a lot that comes out in February. And, I know I've seen a lot of other channels talking about truth coming out and all of that, and I'm super down with that. But I feel like this might be like personal truths or personal petty kind of jealousies, or just not being in your corner, sort of, doing little things that are not helpful. All right, let's just call it not helpful. The card underneath this release card is, I don't know if you're having compassion for these people or just being like, okay, just not going to give you my energy right now. I'll send love and compassion, but my human heart is like, no, that's not a healthy thing or not a good thing. So just know that Spirit is supporting you on that. If you're moving away from people who are having that vibe, okay? You don't have to be witnessing it. You don't have to be around it, okay? It is low vibe. It is dark energy. Underneath is Judgment. 4 of Cups. Here is Devil card, Capricorn energy there. The Fool, getting free of this. Okay, and here's the Page of Swords. So there's definitely a sense of judgment and, sort of, you should be doing something. Okay. If that's coming around you, I just feel like, cut yourself loose from it. Okay. Page of Swords could be gossip. Page of Swords can be gossip. All right. So something going on behind your back. Look at her. See, she's like, I'm meditating and y'all are using your human energy not for good. All right. So there could be a lot of gossip floating around. There could be a lot of people kind of making judgments about you or whatever it is. Get free of it. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you. I ask for that all the time, especially when I'm doing my readings only of the love and light, even if it's hard to hear, right? Messages only of the love and light. And that's what is really going to be important right now, because you have bigger fish to fry. Let's just say that you've got bigger fish to fry. So 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Page of Wands. There's going to be others. So this is about a coalescing of a community. I feel like those of you who feel like negativity around you or darkness around you, we are all experiencing that. And this is about a coalescing of a community. The Queen of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So there's definitely some people who are much more living in a 3D life. Yes, Wednesday on Pathfinders, we talked about the 5D experience and what that's like. And, you know, we wobble. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you? Thank you. We wobble back and forth between this 3D experience, which we're having, and then this 5D experience, which we are living in a sort of a seeing the big picture of things, connecting the dots, keeping ourselves out of the fray, like out of the energy of low vibe or shadow. And there's some people who might need your help, okay, who are living in more of a 3D life. Like maybe the spiritual talk is sort of like, I don't get it. Like, what are you talking about? But like seriously, like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this, or I'm having some kind of awareness. I've been talking about this for quite a while. The 2025 is going to see a lot of awakenings. And so even from people who may have been some of these jealous people in the past or whatever, maybe showing you that it's really just a construct of their mind, but they are curious about spiritual life or spiritual work or something like that, like an awakening. And they're like, hey, I know you watch this tarot stuff or astrology stuff, and I know you're doing a lot of meditation and healing work on yourself, maybe not using these words. Okay. But like, I could really use your help. So just be awake and aware that someone coming toward you who you may have been like a little distancing from them in the past, use your intuition. Okay. Is this coming from the light? Is this person really sort of awakening, or are they what? Okay. So use your intuition about this. 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. Woo! Death card. Wow. Wow. I'm going to just get one or two more. 2 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. Okay. So this person's having a transformative experience. Someone who, remember what I just said to you, someone who may be having judgment of you, someone who's stuck in this cage, maybe coming to you for help. And this is, this can be on a one-to-one level. I think for most of you, it's going to be on a one-to-one level. Some of you I know, a lot of you on my channel are healers and teachers and guides and shamans and all of that. So you may be getting like more of a wave of it. There may be more people showing up. And so your kind of your job here is to hold the light. This is the Piscean energy that we are in right now. There's a lot of astrological transits happening in the energy of Pisces. North Node in Pisces. We've got Neptune in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. And, Pisces is the cosmic heart. It is the compassion. It is the Christ consciousness. It is the bigger energy of love. Okay. That maybe your human heart, 3D heart is something like, no way. But the Christ consciousness is sort of shining the light with boundaries. And that has been a thing that, excuse me, that has been a thing that in the past, empaths and those of you who are teachers and healers have had a really hard time with. And I've been very much kind of, I'm a one-string banjo on this. I talk a lot about compassion with boundary and what that looks like, because boundaries are about what you will do, not controlling other people and what their behavior is. It's sort of like, hey, if you do this, I'm out, right? If you talk to me like that, I'm out. I'm leaving the room or something like that. That's an example of a boundary. And when we're talking on this level of spiritual awakening, where we're getting a lot more people sort of opening up to compassion and love and, moving away from some of these darker corners that are really showing themselves to us right now, we may be called upon here to shine our light. Here's the Ace of Wands, right? Shine our light, have those boundaries, and have compassion. And boy, is that a really huge challenge that we have been given, okay, as spiritual people. on the path, because it's, you know, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. And, be careful with yourself. Don't over give your energy. You need to plug into the Christ consciousness, because that is what replenishes your heart. Okay. You've done the work of healing the heart. You've done the work of your own shadow, or you're working through it, which is a constant thing. And this Two of Swords is sort of like, this is what I will and this is what I won't do for my own mental health, for my own, um, to stay in the light, to stay replenished. I got to plug myself into that Piscean energy right now. That's what the North Node's about. It's about our soul's evolution and what's being asked of us. The South Node is in Virgo, which is decidedly 3D, but also on a higher level, healing energy, healing a 3D experience, healing a physical experience, an emotional experience, an abusive experience, whatever it is for you, and being able to plug into that Piscean love and really exude it, right? Without being depleted. That's why I've been working on your intuition in 2024. In 2025, Pathfinders, we're working on the ascension journey and how all these things sort of work together. So this is very important, this Two of Swords. This is kind of like, I'm not going to deplete myself like I used to, right? I used to think that unconditional love meant I just give and give and give some more and get beat up physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, and I don't protect myself. This is about protection. Okay, this is really about protecting yourself in the world that is going to be very even, right? South Node in Virgo wants things to be neat and tidy. Pisces is messy. Okay, Pisces is messy. It's loving and joyful and all of these amazing qualities, but it is messy. It's not going to be cut and dry. It's not going to be neat and tidy. You're not going to be able to go, okay, I will only love the people I deem as good people. I'm going to need to show compassion or shine my light with boundaries for people who really need it, who are struggling. Okay, Eight of Swords, who have mindsets that were given to them by society or in their upbringing, that they don't know that this is not everybody's mindset. They're just surrounded by it. All right. So this is the cards I pulled around this transformation. The Death card is the final card of this part of the reading. And this says to me, look at the Hierophant. Hierophant is Taurus energy. It is about being grounded in the earth as you shine your soul's light, right? And because it's based in values. Taurus is based in our values. What do we value? And that's going to be the community sort of energy here, is getting stronger by connecting with those of like values. And if those lights are of the light, like that's something that is part of our spiritual awakening in 2025. I'm aligning with love, compassion. I'm aligning with those types of values. Let me use another deck here. Let's do this. So I am seeing some of you may be getting some offers from people. Two of Cups. And oh gosh, morning frog. Who are you taking on? In what level? What are your boundaries? And I almost feel like that's what this reading is saying, because we do have this jealousy card in the beginning. And, I got to tell you, I am one of the people for most of my life, like, oh, they're not jealous. What are you talking about? Who can be jealous? I don't understand that. And and then actually having it borne out, like, yeah, they're jealous and they kind of undermined me, or they backstabbed me, or they did little things that undercut my reputation in a community. They did, they told little, that's what this is, Page of Swords, little lies, or just, rolled their eyes or looked askance when someone was like, hey, I really like her. They're like, well, you take care, like something like that. And, or just like, oh, I heard she's a handful. I heard she's a lot. Anytime you hear that kind of stuff, I'm like, I'm out. Okay. Like that's, I don't know. Anyway, so let's keep going here. I want to look at what the current blocks are. What are we dealing with? And I feel like there's going to be people reaching out who really want to shine their light and be of the Piscean. This is going to happen for the next year and a half. So pace yourself. Okay. Um, so what are the blocks we're currently dealing with? There's the death card again. Transformation is a powerful business. It is a very energetically powerful business. There's the Empress. That's Taurus and Libra. We got Scorpio here. 9 of Cups. Wow. 9 of Cups. And then the 6 of Cups. So a lot of people are going to be working through transformations this year. The divine feminine is definitely going to be part of this. Divine feminine energy also includes Gaia, includes the earth, includes what we're doing to the earth, includes, childhood dreams and hopes and wishes, because of this 9 of Cups card, that it has been blocked because the transformation of values or the transformation of alignment has not occurred yet. Okay, so there's transformation happening this year in a big way, and Pisces North Node for the next year and a half, which is about going toward this unconditional love, going toward this light. And divine feminine energy is holding space. I'm not sure I like that in this moment. I feel like divine feminine is shining this cosmic heart energy, right? Shining this love energy. And this is like a near death experience for humanity. It really is, if you think about it, because it's sort of like, we have this connection to our bodies and our 3D lives, but we also have this new experience, this new transcendent sort of spiritual experience that we are undergoing, right, as a big change right now. And it's more, I'm not saying holding space, because I feel like this is more active than that. This is about more radiating light, doing the things that keep you connected to spirit, being anchored in love and your own power, right? Having that energy of acceptance of what's going on. And now we're sort of moving into, people going, whoa, okay, wow, things are changing in my life. I'm definitely feeling whatever you felt in your spiritual awakening. These people are feeling now. So have compassion. Okay. So what don't we see coming right now? What don't we see coming? 9 of Wands, all of the lessons that you have integrated, are coming up for other people. Okay, so you're seeing it now. And I don't know if you I belong to some Facebook groups that are around relationships and other things. I'm kind of a lurker. I'm not really posting or anything, but I'm just as a person, I'm looking and seeing what's going on for people right now. And I'm just like, wow, these are things that they're just now seeing, and no shame in that game, right? They're just now seeing how many times they've repeated a cycle. How many times have I gone back to this ex or done something, and it's similar behavior? It's not from a place of cosmic heart or compassion. It's not from a place of boundaried experience. It's not from that. And it's sort of like just going through it again and having the same lessons over and over again. Wow, beautiful. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. People are going to be seeing their patterns. Ooh, I like that. People are going to be seeing their patterns. Yep. 3 of Cups, talking about it with friends. I like that. Making new decisions. Now that is awesome. Making new decisions, right? Some of them are going to be having more middle of the night kind of awakenings. I'm going to say to you, because I talk a lot about meditation and building a practice, and I've spent the lion's share of my life in the last 8 years talking about that. And 2024 was a really important time to anchor ourselves, because AI, all kinds of other things are going to make it very hard to determine what is up and what is down. If you're awakened in the middle of the night, if you're having anxiety or whatever, use that as the time to do your meditation practice. What else you got to do? Okay. So you're waking up in the middle of the night, there's anxiety, there's fear, there's whatever. Ground yourself, say a little prayer of gratitude, only of the love and light, closing up my aura, only of the love and light, messages only of the love and light, even if they're hard for me to hear. And just check in, just check in, just check in. Use that time. I've heard a bunch of you like, well, I have kids in the morning, and then by the time I get to the nighttime, I'm like exhausted. I'm like, okay, middle of the night, give that a try. Give that a try. And I love that what we're not seeing coming is when people are awakening around us, that they are doing that because they're seeing their patterns over and over again. And you might be part of that. You might be by setting a new boundary that you've never set before. That might be part of someone's awakening. That like, oh wow, why did that happen? Right? Like it's just one of the kind of breadcrumbs and stuff, but who cares? Like you're not here to do it for them. And we are, each of us has had impact on people that we have no idea how much impact we have on people, and take it seriously. Okay. So actions and advice. 3 of Wands. I like it. We got the 2 of Wands here twice. The 2 of Wands, if you take my tarot class, you know this. 2 of Wands is the ask or the prayer, right? Because you're going to make a new decision. You're going to do something. You want some guidance. And then 3 of Wands is the welcoming in of the information through your spiritual channels, through prayer, through meditation, whatever it is. It is like, okay, I'm expecting an answer because I'm having a two-way conversation now. Okay. World. Endings and new beginnings. I talked about this a lot the other day in Pathfinders. Piscean North Node energy, Saturn in Pisces for another year, popping into Aries and then coming back. Endings and new beginnings at the same time. I wouldn't expect this year to yield a lot of hospital corners kind of endings, even if maybe it is with that person, but there's a lot of like flotsam and jetsam for you to work with after things. If things end on very suddenly, expect there to be spiritual lessons or fallout from that or whatever. Personally, endings and new beginnings kind of overlapping this year. Okay. When we get into 2026, we have 2025, the astrology is some of the most incredible astrology I've ever seen. And I talk about it all the time on this channel. 2026, in the early part of 2026, we have Neptune and Saturn at 0 degrees Aries conjunction, which is going to be the beginning of the new. This is the year of the overlapping of the old and the new. Okay. What's this? 6 of Pentacles. It's about helping other people. Okay. So some of you could be especially those folks who are stuck in those traps. This is devil energy, Capricorn energy again. All due respect to Capricorn. You guys are some of the hardest workers because Saturn is your ruling planet. And if sometimes you create a jail cell for yourself, 2025, and not just Capricorn, but like that's the energy of being able to be hardworking at getting out of that. As much work as you put in to making your own prison, you need to put that same energy into breaking out of it. So that's these people that are waking up right now. I love the Knight of Pentacles here because this is somebody who puts in a lot of effort. This is Virgo energy. And it's kind of like, don't expect. I read this thing this morning about this husband who was really trying. You could tell in his post, he was really trying to make things better with his wife, but it had been so long that it was not good. And he kind of expected like her to just embrace it. And she pushed him back and she was very like, where have you been? Kind of a thing. And I totally got that. And I was like, okay, so if you're opening up and you're trying to make amends, or you're trying to, heal from some of your stuff and make new relationships and also repair the ones you need to. Don't expect people to be super welcoming to that right away. Like, have a thick skin about that because it's not been good for a while, and vice versa. If someone is legit trying to fix a relationship, your boundaries are because you need to see how long this, it's going to take time. And also, is this a ploy, or is this something that they're legitimately changing their behavior? Okay. So you gotta, like, you can't just right away embrace it, even, because that's a boundary that might get trampled again, especially if you've done that in the past. So just know that that's a possibility. All right. So let's look at the next, I'm going to look at the next 30 days. So let's see. So into February, we're now on the 17th of January into middle February. So we have some interesting, at the end of this month, we have a new moon in Aquarius. The middle of next month, we have a full moon in Leo, which is really cool. The full moon in Leo next month, I think it's February 12th, is going to be the culmination of something that started last summer when we had the new moon in Leo, right? New moon in Leo happened during Leo time, during maybe Lionsgate, something that you were, and I talk a lot about Lionsgate, so it would be remiss of me not to mention it when the full moon comes around, because what you manifested or what you were working on and what you were opening up to during Lionsgate last year, where are you now with it? This is why I advocate journaling a lot, because you can look back and see your progress. Most of us are so focused on the goal that we lose sight of our progress, and that's to be celebrated. Celebrate your progress. Okay, so next 30 days, please. Let's see. 5 of Wands. Expect conflict. Okay, expect conflict. 10 of Cups. Wow. That's the goal. Okay, that's the goal. Hierophant. Some of you could be having a lot of conflict in committed relationships or in long-term relationships. And especially, this is kind of like an opposite energy, right? Like this 5 of Wands is conflict. The 10 of Cups is like, peace and light and love all the time. It's rarely just one or the other, right? Like if there's conflict, there's a desire for peace and joy. If there's peace and joy, you need to embrace conflict, because you cannot have peace and joy without conflict. You cannot have conflict unless you care. When people don't care, there's no conflict. I just don't care. I just am not putting in my time and effort on this. Okay. So embrace the opportunity for conflict, because it will give you a chance to air some things. I've gotten a lot of Ace of Swords. I don't see it in this reading yet, but I've gotten a lot of Ace of Swords or truth coming out. So if truth comes out, it's sort of like it's an opportunity. Okay, it's an opportunity for you for whatever the goal is here. Ooh, Emperor energy, Wheel of Fortune, destined, fated. That's Aries energy and Taurus. This is Sagittarius energy, Jupiter. Jupiter's going direct, I believe, in February. I don't have my little list here about when things go direct, but I can look it up, for God's sake. Jupiter is going direct on the 4th of February, 11 degrees Gemini. Okay. And so all this time, it's been in retrograde since October, and it's going to, hi, still blessed. Thank you. All this time, it's been taking us through. Gemini energy is about communication and what we say, and like going backwards, like some people reneging on promises, some people pulling back their support, especially in terms of how we communicate with each other, or saying, lies, right? Darkness, something like that. And now Jupiter going direct, I got a new chance. Okay, I got a new chance to expand my truth. There's a new chance here. So February 4th, circle that one. I'm going to pull a couple cards after this. Lovers, 10 of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So this is a little bit seeing the burdens of other people. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Jen. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. This is definitely about us seeing our responsibilities in different light, or not being so caretaking, codependent with other people. I'm not going to try to make this okay for you. That's a boundary. Okay. I'm not going to try to make this okay for you. If this is what you think of as love, I'm not going to try to make this okay for you. Okay. Not choosing to not be codependent in that way and it being fine. Because, for some of us people pleasers, it's kind of hard. We're like, oh, even though that person was really toxic to me, it's their birthday, so I should reach out. Really? Why? Why? Boundaries, because you're giving love. That's a very transactional thing. Someone's toxic to you. It's their birthday. You're like, oh, I should. Why? Why? You don't truly want that. You want them to do something for you. You want them to come back and be the person you want them to be. Have acceptance. If someone is showing you who they are, believe them. Okay? Don't try to over give or yes. And I'm not suggesting that things are transactional. Things have been transactional. Now we're looking for not transactional. Like, I love you, even though you're kind of a pain in the neck today, but tomorrow I put my boundary up. If you're a pain in the neck, I'm not spending a lot of time around you. Okay. All right. So, let's see what Spirit has to say. All right. Hermit. I love it. Hermit. Okay. So Virgo, here's the Sagittarius card. Temperance, Tower. Oh yeah. That has been showing up in almost every reading. 8 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So there's definitely some structure that we have created on this planet that needs to be upended based on the spiritual wisdom that is trying to come through to us. This is Archangel Michael. This is the wisdom of the Hermit. Long road, okay, to become the Hermit. Archangel Michael protecting those who shine wisdom, those who shine their light. There's going to be some kind of upending. And I feel like we have to repair, rebuild what we are, okay, let me try and get this. What we are trying to invest our time and energy and money into, we are going to need to rebuild it because it's built on a rocky substrate. Like it's not solid. And what you're seeing in the world is really going to like force a tower. The energy right now on the planet is trying to force a tower. We're going to be asked to rebuild. And I believe Spirit is asking us to do that. We're being asked to rebuild. 8 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. So you could see that as, okay, conflict. I'm embracing conflict now because I want this 10 of Cups. And because I want this 10 of Cups, I'm not shying away from conflict. So there can be more relationships that get completely decimated because they really did not have a good foundation. Okay. It's not just enough to be like, look at how popular I am. I have so many friends. And like about 3/4 of them are not real friends. Okay. That's going to show itself right now. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you for supporting the channel. My goodness. So let's see where we're going here because that Tower comes out. It's kind of like we're going to have to work together. You see this 8 of Pentacles about how she has the pentacles, he has the wood. It's like a more collaborative experience. Page of Swords. Okay, there it is again. 8 of Swords, there it is again. Like the message coming in, I'm going to pull those cards in a second, but look at this. It's like the truth is coming in, some kind of message is coming in, and that can be used to cut away this mindset that is holding us in this place where we are right now. Ace of Wands, again, wow, shining the light even brighter. 5 of Swords. Boy, are you going to see these people. Oh, yeah. Queen of Swords. You are going to, remember what I said last year? We were talking about intuition and about why it's important. And I was like, okay, 2025 is going to be very messy. And it's important for you to have your intuitive sense about you. One of the other things I did say is that this kind of energy, very unclear, kind of all, no boundaries, right? Which is why it's important for you to have boundaries. But all of this like stuff is unclear. You guys on the spiritual path, boy, are you going to see the liars. Wow. Are you going to see the liars? You are going to see so clearly. Like people will not be able to manipulate you or get one over on you because it's sort of like this truth is coming in from the divine. Look at that. I'm no longer like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just, I don't know. Like whatever happens, happens. It's not my fault. It's not my problem. I don't know. I don't see how come this person lied to me for 20 years. How come this person I didn't know they weren't in alignment with my values and what I want for my life. No more of that. We will not be able to sustain any kind of disruption of truth. And so you can, whatever word you want to use, lies, deceit, deception, because Pisces is delusion, right? Pisces is delusion. And one of the delusions is that everybody's just like me, or everybody wants the same thing as me, or everybody's kind and generous. Really, that's their default setting, their factory setting. Okay. So your job here is to really be able to anchor yourself. Truth, lots of truth is coming in, lots more ability to really see when someone's not telling the truth, okay? And when someone's trying to deceive you, like nobody deceives Queen of Swords. You're not getting one by her, okay? So this is the energy to embrace, and especially because I feel like back to in the beginning here when I was talking about the lots of people awakening, recognizing when they're kind of trapped in lies that were told to them. Like this is a construct you grew up in, but it isn't really the objective truth. Okay. So you should know that you are, if you've been watching this, you are on the forefront of this. Anybody who's jealous or anybody who's holding a lot of animosity towards you, light of day. Okay. So just know that's coming. I will use my timing deck. I just saw somebody in the comments there talking about timing. So admittedly, in my reading here, the card in the middle is very slow energy. This is like a slow roll. Okay. So this is like opening up during the whole year of 2025, gradually. I was just teaching that yesterday. All right. Hey, check it out. In time for Leo season. Didn't I just say to you about the Leo full moon that we're having in February? Okay. This is the completion or the coming to fruition of everything that you have been aligned with since Lionsgate. Okay. February, you're going to see that. Wow. That's cool. Okay. I love it. All right, guys. Have a really wonderful day. I hope this was helpful to you today. And you'll see, I'm going to pull an ancestor reading for later today. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing the full zodiac, quick messages for everybody. So I'll see you later today. Have a great one.